Hello,
Hello.
Gerge. How are you?
Hello. Oh, thank you. Fine. Yourself?
Good, good.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to see how this will work with the interpretation.
Yeah, me as well. I'm a bit, yeah, how to say? Yeah, it's it's the first time I will do like this, so it's okay, but I'm sure it will work very good.
That's great to hear. Well, first of all, thank you so much. I also see that Sylvie joined. Sylvie, thank you so much. I'm now going to try to do the technical part because I know that I need to click on something. So let me see how that works. Oh, Gergely, did
Yeah.
you join with the same email address that we invited you? Because
Yes.
I don't see you showing up here.
Okay.
Let me see
Sh
if I can add one.
or shall I rename myself as Gerge or how you want? Because I clicked on in my email on the link, invitation link.
Let me see if I can do it like this. And then select Hungarian. And now this should probably work. Let me see, start and see what happens. Did you get any notification? Did something change for you? It probably works because I can't hear you anymore. Sylvie, if you're here as well, I can't see you. If it's working for you, can you maybe type in the chat or maybe Gerge, if you can talk, do people hear you when they select the translations? Maybe this will help as well for everyone that's already joined, that has already joined. If you want to listen to the translations, and we offer both Hungarian as well as French, what you have to do, depending on whether you're joining through your smartphone or if you're joining with your laptop or computer, is click on the button that says interpretation, and then select the language that you want to listen to. Then you will hear me with a low volume and you will hear the translator in full volume. When you don't want to listen to me, you have to also click on mute original audio. I hope that's clear. Good to hear that, Kata, thank you so much for letting me know that you can hear Gerge. It's a difficult name for me, apologies. And someone can also hear Sylvie. Thank you, Josefina, for confirming that. That is good. I was worried that this will not work, but because when it comes to technology, it's sometimes difficult for me. All right, let's give it another 1 or 2 minutes and then we'll start. Good afternoon, everyone. It is 5 o'clock. That means that it's time to turn it up. It's time for the another Power Up call. And for the ones that don't know me, my name is Reinder Limburg. I am the Senior Director of Business Development, and it's always a great pleasure hosting these calls. Today, we're doing something new, and it has to do with translations. As of this month, we are offering translations both in Hungarian and in French. And on this slide, you can see, if you want to listen to this call in a different language, how to do it. The first thing that you need to do is to click on the globe, which says interpretation. Click on that and click on the language that you want to hear. If you do this, you will hear me with a low voice and the interpreter with full volume. If you don't want to listen to me anymore and just want to hear the translator, you have to click on mute original audio. I hope that works. And on this note, I want to thank Sylvie, who is providing the French translations, and Gergely, who is doing the Hungarian translations. This is great that they have offered their services to us, because this means that we can reach more people with this call and share the most important updates that we have for you with more people. So really, thank you very much. This is also, it has to do, or it's pretty much what Tyler mentioned during the convention, the power of we. We are in this together. We try to partner with you, and we see ASEA not corporate, not the field, but really together. So everyone that's involved with ASEA is part of this. And the fact that Sylvie and Gergely offered their services to us to translate this is exactly what we mean with that. And we really appreciate it. We have a couple of things that we want to discuss today, starting with some thoughts from me on events and incentives. And I also would like to talk a bit about retention. And I will explain later on, for the ones that do not know what retention is, what it is, and why it is so important in this business. And then we will have the pleasure to hear from our double ambassador diamond, Zoltán Várnai. He will talk about his 10 points of success. I'm very excited to learn from him and to listen to him. But he has to wait a bit longer because I have a couple of things that I want to share.
J'ai quelques problèmes que je dois régler. Est-ce que vous pouvez m'entendre là en français? Je vais me mettre sur deux écrans.
Sylvie, I can hear you talking now. Is there something wrong?
Well, I could not get on one computer, so I'm on two computers to try to get it. So give me 2 seconds to set up, because on my main computer, I have no sound.
All right. I'll give you 2 seconds. Just give me the heads up when I can.
Give me 2 seconds. I remove myself and
I was, of course, expecting something going wrong with the translations. I think this is actually a good thing. Not everything has to be perfect. We are trying a new thing here. And when sometimes that leads to a little delay or some technical issues, I think we just make the best out of it, learn from it, and make sure that it doesn't happen again. I'll just give Sylvie another minute to rejoin again and see if I can add her as a translator again. Is it working now? Very good. All right, then we will continue. And I want to start with sharing a couple of words about the upcoming, let's move this here, about the upcoming European conference, which will take place in Budapest on the 24th and the 25th of February, 2024. We really want this to be the best and biggest conference ASEA has ever had in Europe, and we need your help. This is not just a conference organized by the ASEA corporate team. This is our event, an event for all European associates. And of course, on our end, we try to promote the conference to the best of our capabilities, but I'm asking everyone on this call to do the same. If you've been to one of our previous conferences, share your experiences with your team and your prospects. Explain to them why these events are so important. Everyone has their own experiences, so please share yours. I would like to ask your help and ask of everyone on this call. You don't have to do it, but we would really appreciate it if you can record a 1-minute video where you promote our conference and then send it to us. You can send it to this email address. You don't see it well, but it's actually the word sales and then a dash. So a, how do you call it? A little line at the bottom, and then eu@aseaglobal.com. So record a 1-minute video where you share your experiences about the conference that you've been before, or explaining why people should come here, because there are so many reasons that I can come up with, but sharing your own experiences is always the most powerful thing. We want to use these videos, of course, and we will look at each and every one of them and then select a few that we want to use on our social media channels to promote the event. If your video is chosen, we will send you some free products. We will contact you and ask, what is your favorite product, or what product do you like to receive? And we will send it to you. If you can do this before the end of the month, that would be great, because then it would fit nicely into our communication plan that we have for the conference. One other thing that I want to mention is that it is in your best interest to get as many people from your team to this conference. One thing that I have been discussing with several associates from all around Europe is to make Budapest a goal for yourself, but also a goal for your team, but a goal for you to bring as many people as possible there. One thing that you can do is start making a plan. And a plan can involve a lot of things, but it can be, how do we get there? Are we going by car? Are we going by plane? Where are we staying? Are we going to a hotel? Do we rent a house together? What will it cost to go to this conference? All these things can be part of your plan, and you can even incorporate it in your ASEA business plan and say, okay, I want to be in Budapest. I know that this will cost me this amount, but I want to treat this ASEA business as a business. So what I will be doing is, part of my commissions, I will set aside for my trip to Budapest to really make it part of my business plan to grow as an entrepreneur, to grow your ASEA business. And I've seen this done before, and many people have been successful by doing it. Another thing that can help is committing to going there right now by purchasing your ticket. Then you already paid, you already know that you're going, and then you can work on a plan to get as many people from your team to go there. We will be sharing a lot more information about our conference over the upcoming weeks, but I want to start today by already announcing a couple of speakers that will be there, starting with our CEO, Scott Aldred. He will be there to share his vision on the future of ASEA and share his CEO message with you. We will also have Hunter Dean joining our conference. Hunter Dean is our Vice President of Production Operations. So when you think of Hunter, you should think science, research, product development. And you want to hear from him when we talk about these topics, because he is involved in everything that goes on around those three topics. And then, of course, we will have the pleasure of having Tyler at our conference again. And I'm very happy to announce that he will be presenting his ASEA Ethos Academy. That alone is a reason to come to our conference. And it's also a reason why many people decide to join ASEA, or more importantly, to stay with ASEA. And then last but not least, we will have this wonderful gentleman at our conference as well. His name is DJ Rankan. The ones that have been to our global convention this year or the previous one have seen this gentleman. He is now sort of our house DJ, and he was the MC at these the last two conventions. And he really knows how to fire people up and to give another dimension to the conference. One last note, I know that everyone would love to see a schedule and agenda for the conference, and we will provide more information, but I already would like you to know that the conference starts on Saturday morning, 10 a.m., and it ends around 3 p.m. on Sunday. So you can take this into consideration when you schedule your trip. But I would also encourage you to come a day earlier, already on Friday the 23rd, because that's when the Emerging Leader Training will take place. So this is an incentive that we have running since the end of June, and it will still continue to run until the end of December, the 22nd of December. This will be a 26-week qualification period. And I'm happy to announce that we already have 54 qualifiers for this Emerging Leader Training, and we do expect a lot more. Work together with your team to make sure you will be at this training with as many people from your team, because you really want to be here. Tyler will also participate in this training as one of the presenters or speakers or trainers, however you want to call it. In addition to that, we will, of course, ask some European leaders to participate in this training, and we have an external expert speaker that is very familiar with the network marketing industry and that can really share his light on the industry, and you can definitely learn from him. As a reminder, how do you qualify for this? You need to fulfill 2 of the following 4 criteria. So be an executive momentum pool earner, be paid at rank Director 700 or above for at least 13 weeks, so half of the weeks of the qualification period, successfully complete 2 fast forwards, or have a minimum personal enrollment volume of 1,500. So if you finish 2 fast forwards, that usually means that you will have a minimum personal enrollment volume of 2 already. So with fulfilling these 2 criteria, you're invited to come to this training. But you can also be maybe someone who is longer in the business and is qualifying Director 700 or above most of the times. When this person has enrollment volume of 1,500, he or she will qualify as well. Any combination of the 4 criteria would work as long as you fulfill 2. This training also starts at 10 a.m. and it will be a full day of training with a lot of things to learn and great speakers to learn from. The last part about events and incentives is, of course, the Ascent Experience that I want to talk about. Just a couple of words, because we are now 3 weeks into qualification period. The week that we are currently in is the 4th week, and we did receive some questions about it. How do I know if I'm on track? What information can I find online? And similar questions. So first of all, I want you to know that we have a clear communication plan in place where we send out targeted communication to everyone that is on track, but also to the ones that are slightly behind on track, to inspire them to keep up the good work. We also inform our the Diamond uplines on a regular basis about the progress of their team, so they can share this information with their downline and work together as a team to ensure as many people as possible qualify. But you can also track it yourself. And there are 2 things that you can find in the virtual office. The one on the left is something that we call the Ascent widget. And the one on the right is part of the Ascent microsite where you can see your own progress. And you can go to that microsite by clicking on leaderboard on the widget. then you will be redirected to the leaderboard. Unfortunately, we don't have any qualifiers just yet, but the leaderboard will show the qualifiers there. But in that microsite, there's also on the top, there's a section that says My Progress. If you click on that, you will see the part that you see on the right. So what information is provided on the widget and on the microsite? So first here, this is a real example. You see someone who has the current price level 0. Well, I just mentioned to you, we do not have any qualifiers just yet, so everyone will see price level 0. But once you qualify, this will update. This person has a 1 rank point. Please remember that for this qualification, for this incentive, we have 2 methods of qualifying. One is through increasing your PGV3 and enrollment volume, and the other one is through a point system based on your paid at rank. Here it shows the personal enrollment volume of this person and the total PGV3 personal group volume 3 levels down that he or she has gathered since the start of the qualification period. Then on the microsite, you see exactly the same information. Total PGV3, total rank points, total enrollment volume, and also the target rank. This has to do with the second qualification method through rank points, where you can earn points for rank advancing, qualify or being paid at your target rank or lifetime rank, or for bronze executives and up to qualify 1 level below your lifetime rank. And what you see more in this overview, and I blended out the names of the enrollments here, but here you can see the enrollments that count for your personal enrollment volume. So this person sponsored 2 people in the qualification period for a total volume of 460 PV. Here you see the 3 weeks that are already over in the qualification, where this person with a target rank of Director 700 hit Director 300 with 0 points, reached the target rank for 1 point, and reached Director 300 again for 0 points. This person now has a combined total points of 1, which you can see here and as well in the widget. But how can you track this yourself if you are on track? When it comes to PGV3, what you see here is your target volume. This is the PGV3 that this person needs to hit to qualify 4th prize, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. And this is the volume that he or she already generated. So how can you calculate if you are on track or behind? And you can do this really easily by doing a simple formula. So here you can see the 27,000, which is the target volume for to qualify 4th prize, divided by 26, which is the total weeks the qualification period will run, and then multiply it by 3, because we are now 3 weeks in the qualification period. So this person, to be on track, should have now 3,115 points, but has 2,360. So this person is 2,360 minus 3,115 is minus 755. So 755 points behind. This is method 1 based on PGV3, but you can do the same for the points. So this person has 1 point. We are 3 weeks in, and in total we have 26 weeks. If she does continue the exact same thing, 1 point every 3 weeks, she will end up with 8.67 points and therefore qualify for the 4th prize, because you need 8 points to qualify. Just to show you the example that maybe you're behind on track when it comes to PGV3, but maybe you still are on track for the point system. So there are two things that you can work on and increasing your chances to qualify. Of course, it can also be the other way around, where you are not on track when it comes to points, but you are on track when it comes to PGV3. You have 2 options to qualify for this. Keep an eye on both and work on both to increase your chances of qualifying. So if you think about these 2 methods of qualifying, where is the focus for Ascent? What is important for us as a company? Or in other words, where should you focus on? And the first thing that comes to my mind is growth. We would love to see your business growing, and a good indicator for this is when your PGV3 is growing. We base the qualification criteria on a basis volume, which is your PGV3 that you gathered the 26 weeks before this incentive started. And we want you to increase this by a certain amount. So keep the same volume and add more. And you can do this in many different ways. One way is working closely together with your team that is part of your PGV3, helping them qualify, because by helping them, you're helping yourself. You can also focus on personal enrollment, because every personal enrollment volume that you gather by sponsoring someone is part of your PGV3. Especially at the beginning of the incentive, this is really important, because when you sign someone up now, the upcoming subscription volume that they will have in the next months will also count for your PGV3. And maybe these new people will sign up others as well, which again will be part of your PGV3 as well. The second thing for me that is important here is stability, both for PGV3, because you have to keep your basis volume the same and do more, but also when it comes to rank. The higher rank you qualify, the more points you will get. So at the beginning of each week, look at your projected subscription volume and see, am I close to hitting my target rank or one rank below for executives and up? And make sure that you hit these ranks, because it will help you qualify. A third thing that I want to mention, which is directly linked to stability, is keeping people in the business. This is just as important as getting new people to join. Depending on your size of your business, maybe it's even more important. And this is what I want to talk about, because keeping people in the business is something that you can refer to as retention. And retention, if you want to get a definition of this, retention refers to the ability of a distributor or associate to retain customers and associates within their network over a sustained period of time. It focuses on the strategies and efforts to keep individuals engaged, satisfied, and actively participating in the business, rather than leaving for other opportunities or ventures. It aims to minimize attrition or churn rates. This is people leaving the business, and promote the long-term involvement of both customers and distributors. So what you can do to keep people in the business. And there are many different things that you can do. Many different points that I can name when it comes to retention strategy. But increasing retention in network marketing is crucial for long-term success. We as a corporate team, we of course also try to do whatever we can to increase retention, and some things we do well and some things we can definitely improve on. But again, this is a partnership. We try to do it, but we also would love for you to do it as well, and use these strategies to increase your retention. When it comes to this list of points, with most of the things you do an incredibly good job, and the retention rates with ASEA are very high compared to industry standards. But I just want to go briefly through these strategies so that you maybe have a slightly better understanding of what I mean with that. And the most obvious way of increasing retention is to build strong relationships. Focus on building genuine and meaningful relationships with your team members and customers. Regularly communicate with them, show appreciation, and provide support when needed. A strong sense of community can encourage people to stay committed. The second point is to provide training and support. Comprehensive training programs for newcomers and also ongoing support for existing team members is very important. Knowledgeable and confident associates are more likely to succeed and stay motivated. I already mentioned it when it comes to building strong relationship, but good communication and regular communication is the key. Stay in touch with your people through various channels, newsletters, webinars, Zoom meetings, social media, events, and of course also picking up the phone and giving them a call. Keeping everyone informed about updates, promotions, company news can maintain engagement. Another very important strategy and crucial part of network marketing is to recognize and reward achievements. We, of course, do this through our recognition programs, but it is also crucially important that you celebrate the success of your team members, whether these are big wins, like a big rank advancement, or smaller achievements. Recognition and rewards help boost morale and encourage others to strive for similar accomplishments. When you see people in your team rank advancing, you want to do the same. You also want to be recognized. You also want to be on stage on our conference. And by spending time and efforts as a leader, with your team on recognition, this will definitely help your business. Think about rank advancement, successful fast forward, a top enroller, whatever you can come up with, celebrate these wins with your team. And then a very important one that I know that Zoltán most likely will also talk about later on is to create a positive culture. Fostering a positive and inclusive culture within your team can encourage teamwork, positivity, and also a can-do attitude amongst your team members is crucially important because mindset is everything. Then if you sponsor people, if you are a leader, it's also important to listen to feedback. Actively seek for feedback from your team members and customers. Listen to their suggestions and concerns that can help you identify areas for improvement and also show that you value their opinions. We as a company try to do that as well, listening to you on our calls, on our conversations, answering to emails, listening to ways that we can improve, and hopefully we can do something about it. Then offering incentives and promotions like we are doing with the Emerging Leader Training, with the Mind promotion that we have currently running, with the Ascent qualification and many other things. You can increase the excitement, but also create a sense of urgency. And we've seen groups doing this on their own behalf as well, setting up an incentive, doing a promotion, incentivizing things that they would like to see from their team. For instance, incentivizing people to come to our conference. And when you do this as a group, it can be even more powerful than we do it when we do it as a company. Then also another point in this industry, very, very important, is encourage personal development. Support it. Support the personal and professional growth of your team. And this can include recommending books, courses, workshops that can help them improve their skills and mindset. It can also, when it's more on a personal level, have conversations with them that people really start believing in themselves. Because if you don't believe in yourself, this is going to be a difficult business for you. And this is where it starts. Of course, stay compliant, not just for you, but also for your team. This is important because building a trustworthy and compliant reputation for you and the company is essential for retaining loyal associates and customers. Then another one is simplifying the onboarding. When a new person joins your team, make it as easy and straightforward as possible. Make what you teach him duplicatable so he can teach the other people that he's bringing in. Help them understand the business model, the compensation plan, and also very important, the culture and ethos that we have here at ASEA. And of course, all other essential aspects of a network marketing business. Also focus on product and the quality of the products. The service that you offer should be of the highest standards, and you need to explain them how to use the products correctly and also how to combine products. If you don't explain this and they might be using our product incorrectly or not consistently, they might not get the results that that they can get if they would use the product in the best way possible. And then the last one, something that Zoltán is always doing, adapting and innovating. Stay ahead of the curve by adapting to market trends and innovating your strategies and tools when necessary. When you see that the network marketing business is asking for something new, look into this. See how you can leverage that new way of doing the business as well. And if you do this and not always do the same, you can keep your team motivated as well and increase retention in that way. And please remember that retention is not something that you can do one day. This is always a combination of all these points. It starts with building strong relationships, but it's an ongoing effort, consistently applying these strategies and maybe others and showing genuine care for your team and your customers. And then you can definitely create a thriving network marketing business with higher retention rates. One more thing that I also want to point out. So keeping people in the business is very important, but when you want a growing and stable business, you can look at the amount of active associates and customers in your team. This is a very strong indicator of a growing business. This overview that you see right here, you can find it in your dashboard. There's a bit more information in the dashboard than you can see on the screen, but I really wanted to focus on the active associates and active customers in your team. When this is growing, you are on the right track. So the number that you see here is actually a weighted average of the last month. So it's not just looking at the week, but also the previous week to get this number. The example that you see here, all the numbers, so you see the current week, but also the previous 4 weeks. And you see with this associate that all of our numbers are growing. Total active associates went from 64 to 70 in 5 weeks. Both left and right leg, the number was growing, 31 and 33, which is that 64 combined, of course, 36 and 34 right now. Same with customers. Both left and right customer volume of amount of customers placing an order grew over the last 5 weeks from 97 in total to 118 now. So it's a great way of looking at if your business is growing or not. This associate that I took as an example has already qualified for the Emerging Leader Training, is on track to qualify for Ascent, and also recently rank advanced. So this is what you see back in the numbers when it comes to total active number, a very strong and important indicator for growing business. But it's important to keep people in your business and to get new people to join your team. But what about the people that were in your team but stopped ordering? Should you forget about them? Because I don't think so. This is a group of people that at some point decided to join ASEA. They already took the decision to buy our products or join your team. But maybe knowing the reason why they stopped ordering is crucially important. So you need to contact this group as well to find out why they stopped ordering. Maybe they were not using the products right. Maybe they have an inactive sponsor that is no longer providing them with information, so they really don't know what to do. Or maybe they do not know anything about the compensation plan, and maybe this can help them get back on the products. So if you don't ask, you will not know. And it's also very true that it's easier to get people back on the products than to find new people. So a very important group of people to pay attention to. And just briefly, there are a couple of reports that you can use for this as well, starting with the inactive report. You can find this in the virtual office under report, and all you need to fill out is the associate ranks. So let's say between associate and diamonds, I want to look at everyone in my team. Level refers to what level in depth are they in your personal organization. So level 1 is everyone that you sponsored personally, and then further down in the organization, and the days since their last order. So what I decided here, I want to look at people that stopped ordering, or in other words, placed their last order between 31 and 60 days ago. Then if you just click on show report, it will give you an overview of all the people that stopped ordering, and you can reach out to them. Another way of doing this is using the associate and customer search report. You can also find this under reports, and what you need to do here, exactly the same. This is, you can click binary, but also sponsorship. You can look for customers, but also others. Again, the level in your organization. Level 0 is yourself. Level 1 is the people that you sponsored, but you can go further down in your organization and then click on advanced search. You can do exactly the same thing and just select a time frame that people have placed their last order. Let's say I want to look at the group of people that placed the last order between the 1st of January this year and the end of August. So not the people that placed an order in September and October, but everyone else. If you then click on run report, you will get a list that you can export to Excel or a different format, and you can see the list with contact details and reach out to them. Another way of doing this and preventing retention is also to look at the people that canceled their subscription, maybe last week or the week before, and haven't set up a new one. Sometimes people also cancel their subscription because they want to change their product, they want to change the date, so they do have an active subscription. So what you can do, fill out the dates here, and then active subscription profile, no, and you will get a list of people that canceled their subscription. Really, don't forget about these people, because and many people tried this. I have examples from people on this call as well that used this, reached out to some people, and they just said, well, yeah, it's maybe a bit difficult for me this month, but can I move my subscription a month? And I said, yeah, of course, you can start again next month, but they were just unaware that they could do it. Inform them well about the options that you have, and you might be able to get a lot of people back on the products. I've been talking a lot, Zoltán. It's almost your time. Sorry for that. I just want to make 2 recommendations. When I was talking about retention, when I was talking about the Emerging Leader Training, about our conference in Ascent, I'm also talking about leadership. And I want to recommend this book, Trust and Inspire, by Stephen Covey. This is a relatively new book. I think it came out last year or earlier this year. And it's about new leadership. So leadership is perceived differently nowadays than it was before. And this book is really focusing on creating a leadership style that is all about trust and inspire. And I think that there are a lot of takeaways and similarities between how leadership is described in this book, and also how Tyler is talking about the ASEA ethos and how you should see and treat yourself and others. So a great recommendation for me. And the second recommendation that I have is that you would pay a lot of attention and really listen and learn from our next speaker, Double Ambassador Zoltán Várnai. He will be, did I say it correctly, Zoltán? I tried. Good. He will be talking about his 10 points of success. These are duplicatable things and have proven to be very successful for many associates in Europe and in his team. Zoltán, thank you very, very much for agreeing to jump on this call. I always appreciate your time and learning from you.
Thank you. Thank you, Reinder. The info what you shared in this meeting is so valuable. I liked it very much. Number one. Number two is that so happy that it will be translated. It is translating now in 2 different languages, so more people can have benefits of this thought. Very, very valuable. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to talk to you about 10 points of success that what I found now in the industry, that many great leaders with a lot of experiences, they build the business until a certain level with simple steps, and when they achieve some certain level of success, they start to complicate. They wanted to be smarter. They wanted to be more developed, which is our job, of course, as leaders, to grow continuously. But when we start changing the core, the basic steps, and we forget to keep reminding people about the basic steps, what we need to do to achieve success, what I found out that we create more complexity, and what I found, people are slowing down or even stop the activity because they try to figure out what exactly the next step. So that's why it's so crucial that when we grow in the business, we have to keep reminding ourselves for the basic steps. And I know a lot of people start doing the steps, and I know that a lot of people, after a few weeks or a few months, they will off from the track and they try to do something makes the business, they think faster or better, but actually it's not the case. Actually, in my experience, the most people grow if they continue to do the basic steps. And that basic steps is the 10 points of success. The first one is have a goal, have an emotional and urgent reason why you want to build this business. Something what you can believe that can be achieved by you. So that's the first thing. And now all these steps, I want to tell you that you have to keep repeating it every single week. So every single week you have to come back to each steps to analyze yourself, what I have done last week and what I can do next week. So you're going to keep repeating this as a weekly rhythm. So the first one is have emotional and urgent why, a reason why you want to do this business. And next week you're going to think about this again. Is it motivating me? Is it urgent? Is it emotionally driving me? If not, you have to find another one. If yes, you have to keep reminding yourself. The second point is has a positive attitude and the right mindset, the winning mindset, entrepreneur mindset, that whatever you're in this business, that it's positive, everything you can learn from, either you grow or your business grow. So it doesn't matter people say yes or no, it's always positive, because either you grow because you learn something or your business grow if the people say yes, I'm interested. The third step, number 3, is write a name list and continuously adding new names to the name list. So reach out to new people every week and add new names in your list. And every week, actively grow your name list and actively write down what you have done with that person, because it can be very valuable information for the future when you follow up. Number 4, show sincere interest to other people until they ask back about you. And only after them, share your story. When people asking you, Zoltán, what you do for a living, then you share your story, what you do for a living. Then you tell that you're part of ASEA, and if they show interests, either about the products or about the business opportunity, only after invite them to learn more about ASEA. So don't jump on everybody and try to focus on what you want and forget the other people. So you have to have a good strategy that you have to build a relationship until people are interested in about you, or interested what you do, or interested about ASEA as a product, as a business opportunity. And then step number 5, show them the business opportunity together with the products. So show the presentation. It can be live or it can be pre-recorded, sent by a link. Very simple, very easy. A child can do it. Number 5, so number 6, follow up and follow-ups. According to my experience, most successful business partners, they told me, no, thank you, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20 times, and even more. So that's the statistic. So when I speak to somebody and somebody's telling me, no, is not what I was looking for, I know that they don't have enough information. Because if they have enough information, who wouldn't want to be healthier? Who wouldn't want to be feeling better? Who doesn't want extra income in their bank account? Of course, everybody does. So follow-ups is very, very crucial. Number 7 is weekly consultation and weekly analyzing your last week results. So talk to somebody, talk to your mentor, your coach, or your sponsor. Talk to somebody who is the next chapter in front of you. So he achieved more than you, and talk about your last week results, what exactly you have done, and analyze it, what you can do better, how you can improve, or what are the things you shouldn't change and you keep doing at that point. So evaluation is very, very crucial every week. Number 8, attend all meetings and have the right attitude on the meetings. So we do Zoom calls, and when we do Zoom calls Friday night every week, trainings, I ask everybody who wants to do this business really seriously, have your camera on, sit down in front of your computer and show 100% full attention to the meetings. So don't turn off your camera and go to play with the kids and playing golf or playing football or cooking, because this is what your team will see you and see that you are as a leader and your camera is off. So they get the message, oh, it's not so important. If Zoltán switch off the camera, okay, so I can switch off the camera. And can you imagine you speak on stage in European conference in front of 1,600 people and everybody's turned back in the seat and showing your back? How would you appreciate that the people don't pay attention to you? So regular meetings, every meetings, you know, and you have time to go there, but at least once in a week, and go with your sponsor line and attend all meetings what you can to learn. And this is what we're going to duplicate in the team as well. Step number 9 is use the products, have customers, retail customers, have your find your preferred customers, and yourself as well, use the products. So at the beginning it's minimum 100 PV auto shipment, but later on, let's say after 2 months, or sorry, after 3 months or 6 months, your auto shipment should be minimum 200 PV every month. And then step number 10 is to repeat the previous 9 steps every week. So go back to your goal, analyze it, think it, and study it if it's motivating you. Go back and think about your activity, if your mindset was positive, what happened last week, analyze it, and go back to your name list, add new names, contact new people, and ask them about themselves, show your interest towards them, and then invite them, if they are open-minded, invite them to learn more about ASEA, follow up again, consultate with your upline again, go to your next meeting again, and this is repeating the whole system all over again, every week, every week, every week. So that's the 10 points of success. And keep in mind your business partners who are more than 3 months or 6 months or 1 or 2 years in the business, to go back to the core. If the business is stuck or business is not growing, just look at every week the numbers of active associates. And if that number is not working, it's only 2 reasons. Is either in the mirror or in your diary. Just go back to the course, the 10 points of success, and keep repeating this. There is no way that you will not going to grow. So basically that was the 10 points.
Beautifully said. It's in the mirror or it's in your diary. So true. Thank you so much, Zoltán, for sharing. I'm always making notes when you're talking. I know that you also discussed a little bit about this at convention when you were hosting a breakout session. I took notes there as well. This is a very, very interesting topic for me. It's simplistic, but well, you know that it leads to success. Basic things that everyone can repeat and duplicate. You are in control of your own business. And just a question from my side: are you still adding people to your name list every single week?
So every single week is really strange to tell you, because I take a lot of holidays for 3 days, for 5 days. So if I say yes, I would be lying. But yesterday I had a meeting, a personal meeting in a restaurant with the person who told me on the spot he wanted to sign up. So I didn't sign him up because I said that I want him to sleep overnight, because he has so little information, but he sees some success, and but I had this conversation yesterday. Today a person is supposed to sign up from Thailand, but he postponed it for next week, and then there's another person supposed to sign up anytime very soon, because now I have to focus on Crete, so I personally have to sign up new people again, and so definitely I'm doing it. But every single week I would be lying, but shame on me. But I want to tell you that I have some stock left from America, the Radiance, and this is what I'm drinking, and it's so good. So we can't wait for next week.
On that note, that would be my my very last announcement of today. I wanted to share that with you as well, and please make sure that you put this in your calendar, agenda, diary, however you want to call it, because we will be launching this product that Zoltán just mentioned next week, and we will support the launch with a launch call that will be hosted by Edouard Guc, our Vice President of Europe. And we will have the guest speaker, our CEO, who knows everything about this product. He will present a lot about this product, and we have more. We also have a panel that already tested the products that will share their experiences with this product with you. And we have other exciting announcements as well about this product. So thank you for that segue, Zoltán, making the introduction to Radiance, and allowing me to share that last slide. I want to thank everyone on this call. I especially want to thank Zoltán, of course, for sharing his 10 points of success with us. I think this is a really important message, that sometimes you just need to go back to the basics, follow the steps that have been successful for you in the past, or have been successful from others, that are duplicatable. Very powerful message from you. Thank you so much. And then, of course, I want to thank our translators. I hope that they were able to follow us and do this. We really appreciate it. Sylvie and Gerge, thank you so much. Hopefully we can do this more often, so that we can have more people joining this call. Thanks, everyone, and I hope to see you during the next Power Up call, which is always, if it's not an exception, the third Wednesday of the month at 5 p.m. Central European Time. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great rest of the week, and hopefully that we will see each other soon, definitely in Budapest. Thank you.